So next up, this is kind of an interesting device. We're seeing all these dongles. I think this is the year of the dongle. Um, and I guess,
Pam's not on this show.
huh?
Never mind, keep going.
So the dongle, traditionally this was something that expensive software programs would have these so that you couldn't pirate the software. You'd have to have a dongle in your computer to run the software. That's what I first heard about them. And then, of course, you've got the storage ones, the jump drives. So anyway, this is called Bigify or Bigify. Now I'm getting this awesome hip-hop music in my head. So it's Android on a TV, and it's a simple device. I think it's 89 bucks. This is an article from Android and Me. It's looks like Chromecast, but is different. What this does is it's an Android device that can be controlled by Android and iOS devices. Apple TV is similar in functionality to Chromecast, offers media streaming. Bigify runs Android 4.0.3 with an interface that's very similar to the stock Android tablet layout.
The big takeaway about Bigify appears to be that you actually have an Android device that you get to control remotely from another Android device. So that means, yes, you'll be able to stream media on it, but you'll also be able to do other things. So you'll be able to read books if you've got your e-reader on there. You'll be able to play games, although they indicate the responsiveness isn't all that great, so playing an action game might not be a great thing on this device. I think it's a clever idea. I think it's another good approach. We'll see if it gets any traction and what goes with it.
And I guess this thing would, let's say you're doing it on an HD television set, then I would assume that that technically if you're doing a game or whatever you're on, it would think that you were on a 1080p tablet or some Android device, and it would deliver theoretically that version of the tablet app in side profile landscape mode, and you might get I guess it would do everything Chromecast does and more. I mean, it's a regular Android device, so you certainly could run the Netflix streaming app and have 1080p on it if you wanted, I guess. So it's kind of almost like a Chromecast Plus. I mean, it's like it does Chromecast, but everything. I mean, a million other things.
I'm not sure about a million other things, but it does do other things. And its approach is, again, similar but different. Instead of issuing commands from a separate Android device, your own Android device is the keyboard. It is the screen almost. So you essentially have the same screen on your Android and on the remote device, but they're not echoing each other. So, I obviously haven't tried it, but I think it's an interesting approach. I'm curious to see how it evolves.
Okay. And then